and welcome to Stylist Exclusive. I am Devonna Renae with singer and songwriter Jorge Rivera. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. First off, I just wanted to say why I was like, I have to do an interview with you. I heard you come in on Clubhouse, and there was a lot of other artists in the room as well, and different genres and stuff. But once you started to sing, it was just like everything else stopped. It was just beautiful. It was captivating. It was just amazing, and I was just like, wow, I would definitely love to do an interview with someone like this because you definitely have a special voice, and I really, really love
Wait, I'm like blushing right now.
that.
Thank you so much. That truly means so much to me. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I think I did notice is that your voice is just very soulful, and I'm just curious, where does that come from? Like deep down inside, where does that power come from?
Honestly, I don't even. I wish I can tell you. To be honest, when I'm singing, I feel like I transform into a totally different person, and that I'm not myself when I'm singing. So like this soul, these emotions, these feelings come from like buried within me out of nowhere when I'm performing, and it's just like it's just a crazy experience.
Absolutely. Music can definitely tell a story, and based on our life and based on just different things, good and bad, it definitely is a good way to express that. And so would you say, do you have any family members that sing as well?
Um, I I have two little cousins that actually sing.
Yeah.
They're more into the show tunes, theater kind of thing. And so like our voice singing styles are totally different.
Different, yeah. That is
Totally
different.
different.
Well, that's awesome. What would you say your genre is? Like when someone wants to know who you are and just what you represent, what is your genre?
So I would say that I am a singer of many genres. So I started off singing, actually doing salsa and bachata, only singing in Spanish. And then it was later on when I got to college that I started expanding to like gospel, R&B, soul. So I would say my five genres are gospel, soul, R&B, salsa, and bachata. And like that's where I strive in.
That's awesome. It's good to be versatile, and that just really is able to show your true talent, and that's awesome. And so now, like I guess you said, when you went to college, discovering that hey, I like the sound of R&B gospel. Was there anything that inspired you to also add that on to the genre of you singing, or did any like event or life event happen to where you was like, this is me, this is how I want to express myself?
Yeah, so my college, so I go to Kane University. We have this thing called Kane Day, and you just go around, you meet all the different orgs, and you meet all the different things that the campus has to offer. So I went and I met the Kane University Gospel Choir, and they are McDonald's Gospel Fest winners. They've traveled, they had their own single, and I was like, that's it. I want to do that.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. And in my first year of joining, by the grace of God, I was actually able to become a finalist at the McDonald's Gospel Fest on my first year, and I was just like, yeah, this is where I want to go from now on.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's amazing. I definitely I've heard of the different festivals, especially with different choirs and stuff. So to be a part of that, that's amazing for you to do that. Um, so I saw your, I don't know if it's a recent one or one of your projects that you did with Queena Bergen. Am I saying that correctly?
Queen of Bergen, yes.
Bergen. Yeah. So how did that come about? Because that video and just everything about that was so powerful, and it really reflected on just how a lot of people feel, and it was just so much emotion in that. How did that conversation go with you all with coming up with that?
So Queena and Nick, who was playing the piano in the piece. I met them years ago without actually like meeting them. They saw me perform at something called the Talent Gala, and I think that was like 2018. And when quarantine first started in March, I got a DM from Queena that was like, "Hey, I really like your voice. I'd love to work on something together." And she was like, "Do you write?" During that time of quarantine, I was in Florida, and I was just like writing in my journal, trying to just write songs, trying to get something out of being in quarantine. And I wrote the intro to the song, which is supposed to catch me when I fall. I wrote that part and I sent it to her and I was like, well, this is something that I wrote so you can hear my voice. And I sent it to her, I think it was like on a Tuesday. And by Friday, she was like, all right, I have the song done. That's it. And she was like, let's meet. We met up. That's when I met Nick. He just started playing stuff on the piano. And within a week, we shot the music video, we recorded in the studio, and that's when God's timing came into fruition.
With that message, just about how people of color are affected, and what I guess more recently with everything going on, it was kind of like a perfect timing. It's kind of music can truly be healing, and so hearing that and hearing your voice and listening to just that at any time, it really made a big difference, especially to communities that are affected tremendously by um, these issues that we have. And so, um, what what conversation did you all have together, or were you a part of the writing process, or the narration and stuff with that? Were you a part of that, and what just made that be that specific topic?
So when I didn't hear Queena's part of the song until we met in person. And when we met in person, she she performed it for me, and I was just in awe. And I know that we wanted to work on a piece that summed up 2020, that everything that people were going through, like COVID, Black Lives Matter, Breonna Taylor, all these events, and we wanted to cover it and express the pain that everyone it was feeling. It was a very sad and scary time that we were all going through, and this song was just like our cry out, like really, God, please help me. You said you'll be here. I need you. Like all this stuff is going on, but I know that this is your timing, that this is your plan. I'm just trying to figure out why.
Absolutely.
And through that is just, yeah, it was just crazy.
Yeah. No, that's beautiful. That's wonderful. And like I said, when I was listening to it, it just really, once again, just how everything was put together, the narration and the singing and the vocals, and just the whole project itself was definitely something that needs to be heard, and hopefully, that could help a little bit, have a little impact on people who also feel.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And so, who would you say, or what would you say, inspires you to be a singer?
Um, what inspires me to be a singer is, I think it's like I said earlier on, the emotion.
Mm-hmm.
You can really change lives through music. And when you're writing your own songs, you write about experiences that you went through. You write about your pain, your happiness, your joy, whatever it is, and people that listen to it can feel that, can relate to it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can either really brighten somebody's day with a song, or if somebody's down, you can be like, hey, I'm down with you. I was down before.
Right.
But just know that there's hope at the end of the tunnel. So knowing that I can change lives with my words and with this gift that God has given me, it just keeps pushing me every day to write and make music.
Absolutely. That's awesome. And so, where do you want to take your voice? Do you want to release singles, albums? What goals do you have? Especially beginning of the year 2021, what goals do you have for your music and writing different music and stuff?
So definitely this year I want to release an album. Um, I have the songs written. I just have to record them, and it's I'm going through the process of like, do I want it to just be acoustic? Do I want to add the instrumentals? Do I want like mainly my voice? It's just a whole bunch of things that are going on in my head about what I want to do with it. And I feel like once I get past that point, I can just like drop this album and then drop singles after that and keep it going, build the momentum up. Because my goal for this 2021 is to definitely have an album out on my own and change as many lives as I can with my voice, and get people to really sing along with my songs. Is I
Yeah.
want people to feel it enough and sing it and just like enjoy it with me.
I'll definitely be listening to it, so you know, be singing
Thanks.
along with it. Absolutely, yeah. I know it's a process trying to, you want it to be perfect, especially if it's something, you spend a lot of time and effort and just perfecting this craft that you have, and even if it sounds good, anything you sing, I'm saying, I'm just when you were explaining how you wrote the first line, like even that there was just good enough. But it's as an artist, I know it's probably a process to want things to be planned strategically, and it is a lot of work. And I definitely, I'm excited for you, and I definitely can't wait until you put that out for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really a process because you I'm not really focused on like the marketing aspect of like trying to be mainstream, because I really just, if people like my music, if people like my voice, then they'll listen to it.
Right.
I don't have to change it so that the industry is like, yeah, that kid,
Absolutely.
him, that. No, I'm sticking to myself. I'm sticking to what I'm writing, how I feel, and if people like it, people will not, and that's how it's just gonna have to go.
Absolutely. And that's good. That's good to already have that mindset, because you know what you want, you know where you want to go, and you are going, you're trusting that process, and you're not going to, let different things persuade you to go, I guess, a different direction from where you're trying to go. And like you said, if people truly like your music and like you, then they'll listen and they'll support it. And that's really was what matters, right?
Yes.
So being authentic in that way, like that's a beautiful thing, and that's a great mindset to have, especially in the industry like this. And like you said, being mainstream can put a lot of pressure and make us, want to do things that's not even in our path. And
Mm-hmm.
so, that's awesome to have that mindset to do that. And so, what places have you performed, or do you have any favorite places that you enjoy, like any events or anything like that?
So one of my favorite events to do every year is the Puerto Rican parade that we hold in my city. And that's how I actually first started singing. My first ever public performance was at this parade. I forgot the words. I was up on stage and I was just like, I got to figure this out. And I was able to figure it out. But like from that moment, I just knew like, yeah, being on stage, this is what I love. Um, as the places I've performed, McDonald's Gospel Fest is just beautiful. Being on that stage. Last year it was at the PNC in Newark, which is just a beautiful stadium. And being on the stage, looking in the crowd, seeing all these people that really enjoyed and were touched by my singing, I was like, another reassurance that this is where I need to be. But the
Absolutely.
biggest stage I performed on um, was WrestleMania 35, and that is when I got to sing background for gospel legend Yolanda Adams, which that day was just an amazing event. It was 80,000 people, and I thought I would be nervous, but when you're up on that stage and you're just looking at everybody, you're like, yeah, this is it. I'm gonna savor this moment. No time for nerves. You just have to soak it in and just sing.
That's awesome. Yeah, that 80,000 people. That's a lot. And wow. And with your gift that you have, absolutely, I can imagine the effect that you had on those people out there. So, I mean, that's awesome. Can you give us a snippet of, maybe a minute, 30 seconds, whatever you want to do of you singing, so that way everyone can just hear like the raw and talent. Like this is now. There's no editing on the voice or anything like that. This is you. Um, but yeah, whenever you're ready.
All right. I'd rather have bad times with you than good times with someone else. I'd rather be beside you in a storm than safe and warm by myself. I'd rather have hard times together than to have it easy apart. I'd rather have the one who holds my heart. Oh, love that song.
I mean, I'm over here. I'm like, I just vibing to it. Like, I mean, that's amazing. Like I said, and I'll keep saying, your voice is amazing. I absolutely love it. You definitely have a supporter backing you, absolutely. So I just really appreciate you allowing me to be able to, just do this with you. I know it's strange times where we are virtually doing this, but it has definitely been a pleasure to just get to know you and what inspires you and what, you know, just who you are, and I really enjoyed this, honestly.
Oh no, thank you so much. This is actually a blast. I actually had so much fun. I think I've only done like one interview in my life, and then this is just amazing. Even though it's virtual, it's still a great time, great vibe. I'm enjoying this. But yeah, truly, I thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe to New Lifestyle. Make sure you like, share, comment, hit that notification bell. And lastly, can you go ahead and give everyone your social media, things where they can find you and find your music?
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram at the Jorge Rivera. So it's at TheJorgeriVera. And my single with Queena and Nick, shout out to you guys, is actually streaming everywhere. So you can see it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you like. You can go check it out. And yeah, that's really where you can find me on Instagram.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thank you all for watching Stylish Exclusive. Until next time, I'm Devonna Renae.